Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to do scenario 2. Okay, so my thoughts so far. I don't like scenario 1. And if that was all this game was, I would not like this game. Not to say that it's not fun, but I just don't like I still believe, thinking back, that had the water not been on this side, and it was really on that side. Do you remember we had those 2 threat cards that caused us to take water damage every time we moved 4 spaces or weren't at a landmark? I just really believe we would have died of thirst again. And we purely got lucky that the water was on the side we chose to go. I don't like those kind of games where it's just pure luck. I know rolling dice is luck. I get that. The way we won that final mission was luck. I get that. I just still feel better about it if... Anyways, didn't like the scenario. I'm very pleased as punch that we finally won, though. So anyways, I'm not going to waste too much time. We do roll a new character. So I have a spear, the tomahawk, which I'm starting to really like, and then this wooden cage, whatever that does. Okay, and then our 4 characters... Sorry, I'm resetting everything. It just took me a little bit longer because this pointy arrow was missing, and so I got confused. And so here's our 4 characters. We can be... Oh, we got the doctor again. We have the weightlifter. Carry limit is increased by 6. When you gain a resource from a water source, you gain an additional resource of that type. I do like that. Tasha, move up to 4 spaces for 1 stamina. Actually, I think that she would have been awesome on scenario 1 when we had to move across the map and find a water source. I do like that. And maybe we need to find a water source again. So, and then I can start a restart fire action without spending a wood, or we can spend 1 wood to place a fire token in your space. Now that's pretty handy too. Because, you know, we were very far away from camp at times. I honestly don't... I actually think they're all 4 of them are pretty decent. We've done the head of surgery many times, so I'm not going to do that. Although I think her ability to heal last turn, or last video, actually did save us. Or made the game easier. Let's put it that way. I love the idea of moving 4 spaces on this type of terrain. I also love a weight carry limit of 6. So basically we could just carry a whole bunch of water once we finally find the water. I truly can't decide. 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10, 11, 12 it is. We're going to be beef. Okay, so I think those were 4 really good ones. So we're going to be beef. Atticus, beef cane. Let's not forget we start with a food and a wood. And let's see what our scenario is. By the way, there's only 2 cards, and let me flip this other one so we don't read it. May 1972. Now, the last scenario was April 1972. So when we did scenario 1, that was April of 1972, so it's a month later. You have no idea how you got here or where here is, so same story as the last scenario. But a quick search of the camp provides more questions than answers. You find bullet casings, trampled and destroyed supplies, and even what looks like old bloodstains. Something bad happened here within the last few weeks if you had a guess. Fresh tracks lead away from camp, so someone must have survived the massacre. Perhaps you can find that survivor. When a 3 map tile is revealed, place 1 counter on this card. When there are enough counters on this card, advance to stage 2. Well, we're playing a solo game, so we just need 1 counter. So we just have to go to a 3 space and we automatically move to stage 2. It just so happens that the 3 space is also where the water is. So I'm down with that. And we have 12 stamina. So let's get started. We could do like we did before. The campfire is a little more on this side, and then just go towards a 3. I like that idea, so I'm gonna go 1, and then reveal this for 2. And it's nothing but wasteland with 1 beast. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll reveal this one for 7. And this one for 8. All right, well that one had some nice stuff on it. So I've spent 8 so far. We are down to 4 stamina. Just finding my tokens here. Okay, so we're at 4 stamina, so I'm gonna go to 3, and then we'll spend 2. So I'm down to 2 stamina. We're gonna reveal a 3 tile right now. And that one's a wood and no water. Okay, so it says when a 3 tile is revealed, place a counter on this card. When there are 1 counter on this card, advance to stage 2, because we are playing a solo game. So we're already to stage 2, and this is the only other stage of the game. The survivor isn't. You find a soldier's body, dressed all in black with no badge or insignia you can recognize. A quick search of his body yields no idea or useful supplies. But you do find something interesting, something that might be your ticket home. The current survivor resolves exploration card number 50, which will lead to the end of the game. Wow, that's pretty interesting. What the heck is on this card 50? There's 2 copies of 50, by the way. Journal. The journal has a map and a simple plan. Load some half-tamed camels with food and water, then set out, of course. Quest item. For 1 stamina, if in the space with the binoculars icon, remove this card from the game and resolve exploration card 51. Okay, so the binocular icon is one of those red icons that have been popping up and we always just ignore it. So it's another exploration one. I'm right now wishing I picked Tasha that lets me move 4 spaces for 1 stamina. And some of you screaming might be thinking that this was a no-brainer. I actually think the Marathon Runner was the no-brainer for this. But we are what we are. We are who we thought we were. And they let them off the hook. Okay, I have 2 stamina left. I'm just trying to decide what to do. Should I go up and over and like check these 2 tiles out? I honestly don't know where the binoculars are. I didn't sit here and study all the tiles. I mean, I know enough to know that the water's on a 3 tile, but that's it. So I think I'm gonna move 1, 2 and call it a day. And let's see what bad things happen to us. We spend a food or suffer a damage, so we'll spend a food. And then we gain 8 stamina. And then we place a wood feature anywhere there's a wood feature, and we get a threat card. So the threat card's what stinks. Made to fight. Spawn a monster in your space. If you deal damage to it in this combat, it does not retreat. You heal 1 damage and fight a second combat against it. All right, fair enough. So let's get a monster. We got number 80 here. It looks like a hyena type of thing. So yep, it's a hyena. And he hits us pretty easily. We don't have the tomahawk or anything yet. So we rolled a 10, we hit it. And then it says it attacks again, so he hits us, and we did not hit him. So that stinks. And then he's going to retreat 1 space that way. All right, we have physical damage that we can't heal. Yeah, and we're supposed to heal between the first and second attack, so that doesn't do us any good. So it's our turn. We have 8 stamina, and we already have 1 damage. So I'm going to go up and attack this hyena and end this game quick. So we can start over with Natasha. He actually missed, and we hit. We got him. So we get 2 meat and 1 pelt. So... got 2 meat and 1 pelt. For that, and the hyena's done. So that was 1. Then we're gonna do 2, and 1 more to explore this 4 tile. And there's landmark 1 with a food. So I'm actually gonna go 1, 2 over. The food tiles, I think, are always worth getting, especially on this type of scenario. And yeah, we got a food for that. That was worth it. And then I'm going to spend 1 more to go here, so we have 2 stamina left. And I'm going to go down to 1 stamina to reveal tile 3. And we got lucky again. It's even in the same spot. Okay, so we got the water source. We got our man. That doesn't win us the game, of course, but... it's going to mean that we're going to possibly survive this for a while. And of course, I'm ignoring my landmarks a bit here, because this landmark 1 is what gives us the decoder ring for the hieroglyphs. So I probably should have gone and gotten that, because I'm really going to regret it if I have to do hieroglyph stuff. I mean, this isn't over. I mean, once we find the binoculars, then we're resolving more stuff. So I may do that, and in fact, I'm going to spend my last stamina to go backwards, and we will do that. We're going to do it now while we can. So we're going to spend a water or suffer a damage. We actually have a water. It's part of the reason why I was okay with going backwards. Okay, and then we're going to gain 7 stamina. It's not an awful lot. And we draw a project card, which is the water pouch. Ooh, I like that. And each monster token moves 2 if there's no spawn 1 and the lowest numbered landmark, which, okay, that stinks, because guess where the monster came? Right where we were going. All right, so I'm going to spend, it's my turn, I'm going to spend 1 stamina to turn in this pelt and get the water pouch, which is 89. I think that is a no-brainer in a desert. So the water pouch, when you gain a resource from a water source, gain an additional resource of that type, and we can carry 4. Okay, here's my dilemma. I don't know if I want to go fight that monster. And so I was going to head towards there, but now I think I'm not going to, which I know stinks, and I know it's schizophrenic or frenetic or whatever the right word is. But I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then move and gather for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts me down to 2 stamina. Okay. My water pouch says, when I gain a resource from a water source, I gain 1 additional of that type. And then this one says, when you gain a resource from a water source, gain 1 addition of that type. So obviously this is a water source. And I happen to have 2 of them in this game. I should probably check, make sure they both really do say they're a water source. They are. They're both clean water. It would really suck if one of them was like dirty water. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make out of all this is that I normally would get 1, but I think that beef lets me get a second one, and then the water pouch lets me get 3. So for that 1 action, I'm going to get 3 water. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to get 3 water, and I'm putting all of it on the water pouch. Okay, and then I'm going to spend another stamina to get 3 more water. And the water pouch can carry 4, and then we're carrying 2. Then I'll spend my last action to get 1, 2, 3 more water. So I have 9 water. Let me zoom out, I'll show you. So I have this water pouch. That's an item of mine. I should probably get the other project cards set over here more. And I'm supposed to actually have 4 project cards, so the leather armor is the other one. Okay, so this water pouch can carry 4 water. It counts as 1 item. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm actually only carrying 9 items, even though I have all that water. So, oh, and then my carry limit's increased by 6 because I picked Beef McCain. So I'm actually going bonkers with my carry limit here, but I think we're fine. And now it's time to start thinking about heading back to camp after tonight. Okay, we have to spend a food or suffer a damage. We have a food, so we're going to spend that. Each survivor gains 7 stamina, not an awful lot. And then if you're not at a fire, you draw a threat card, so that doesn't help. At the start of the day, lose 2 stamina. If you end your turn at a landmark, discard this card. So we are automatically going to start at only 5 stamina. And we need to find a landmark. I think I want to go to this one. So I will do a move and grab, and we'll get a wood. That's 1. Puts me at 4, then 3, and then 2, 1, because that costs 2. And I'll spend the 1 to explore it. It's 34. I'm very curious what this one does. All right, 34 is obviously it's an obelisk. It's got the gem, which we don't have the gem decipher. It has hieroglyphs, so if we would have gone to number 1 and gotten the hieroglyph reader, a small cache of supplies marked with a white skull. See, there's a white skull. All the things are in here. Roll a die. On a 10 to a 12, we get to resolve 56 or 39. On a 1 to a 9, we get to do 39. So there you saw it. It's a 10. So we get to resolve card 56 or 39. I think we should do 56 since 39 seems to be a lot easier to get. So let's do 56. There we go. We got the skull code book. So now when you resolve something that says white skull, you get the phrase white skull, you get a card 3 numbers higher. Now, here's the thing. See, this says white skull right here. So now that I have this, I can do another action here and resolve the obelisk, but I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go to 37. So we could try that, but I'm out of stamina. So we got to, I do get to get rid of this Merciless Sun. So that's gone. And I'm camping under the stars one more time. Spend a water. Hey, we happen to have one of those, so we're fine. Gain 8 stamina. Always glad to do that. 5, 6, 7, 8. And we get to replace all the rocks. I don't think I took any. And move each monster 2 spaces. There is a monster out there, so he's going to move 1, 2. All right. That's it for the night. We are going to spend one more. I'm going to do this obelisk one more time. And we're going to do this with it, like I just explained, and it says 3 numbers higher. So we're going to ignore this text and go to card 37. Let's try it out. This is our first time doing the coolness. Okay, we're going to do the coolness. Skull lockbox. Your codebook supplies the combination to the skull lockbox in the supply cache. See, a small cache of supplies. See that? This is the supply cache. And in that supply cache, because I had the skull codebook, I was able to open this lockbox. How freaking cool is that? That is super duper cool. I'd see my love of this game just skyrocketed. I just don't like the dying part. All right, gain 2 resource of any types. Then remove this card from the game and resolve card 35. Ooh. So we remove this from the game. And we get 2 resource of any type. Well, I think we want to make a tomahawk, so we definitely want a stone. But I think, oh. I mean, I could grab a stone. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm going to grab a food. I think that's considered a resource. And then I'm going to grab medicine so we can heal ourselves if we ever get sick. So 2 resources of any type is done. And then what did it say we need to draw? Card number 35. All right, I'm so excited. We actually used a secret decoder ring to get something. All right. Better drink your Ovaltine. Pharaoh's Blessing. It's an upgrade, which I think means it stays out and all players get to use it. The gem flares in your hand. You hold it aloft and unbidden the words spring from your lips. All hail the great king, Nephron Ka. Then the light fades and you return to yourself. For 1 stamina, if in the space with landmark 34, heal 1 damage per day. Ha! That is awesome. Okay, well, we are in space 34, and I'm going to spend 1 stamina to go down to 6, and look at this. Ding, 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 ding. Heal. All right, that was awesome. The game can end now, and I'm satisfied. I got my money's worth. Okay, we still need to find these binoculars. So looking at the situation, what do we want to do next? We have 1 food, we have plenty of water, at least for now. I did want to go get this hieroglyphs thing, but I don't want to spend the stamina to run all the way over there. Or do I? I don't know, guys. That's the thing. I'm just so torn on this. I just feel like if I go start moving east, I don't want to come back to this place. Oh, screw it. You only live once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 whole stamina wasted. And it's actually going to be 10 because I keep changing my mind about the dang place. And I'm going to spend 1 more to explore number 1. It's a beehive hut. And that gem socket on the floor would have been nice, but we get card number 3, which I believe is the hieroglyphs thing. And then at some point, we're going to have to come back with that gem socket thing. But yes, now we can resolve anything with hieroglyphs at 2 or higher. So that's another item. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 13 items. Okay, so that doesn't help. I have to get rid of 3. Well, the wood's the obvious choice. Do I really get rid of 2 of my water folks? And I think the answer is yes. I went a little bunkers with the water. Okay, so that's it, and now we have to camp. Each survivor either suffers a damage or spends 1 food and 1 water. Well, we'll spend the food and water, not a problem. We get 7 stamina, not a problem. And every fire burns out, so this fire burned out. And each monster, so that monster is going to attack me. So let's reveal what it is. It's an 81, looks like some kind of nasty snake, which means we're going to get poisoned. All right, so we get this viper. The enemy deals sickness instead of regular damage, and it's a 7 and 8. We do get a meat and a poison for it. I'm not sure how excited I am about that. All right, so he got a 10 and I got an 8. We both hit each other. So he takes 1 damage, but unfortunately we get a sickness damage, so we're sick now. And he's going to retreat to this base down here. Okay, it's my turn. I'm going to spend 1 to heal our sickness with our medicine. And then I'm going to spend another 1 to pick up our water that we just spent. And then another 1 to pick up the wood. And then we're going to spend all 4 of our stamina to get out of dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think we're spinning our wheels a bit. Each survivor discards 2 water. That hurts. Each survivor turns 1 of your things into physical damage. We're fully healed, so we're fine. We only get 6 stamina. That hurts. Move each monster token 3 spaces towards fire, or towards you. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's our turn. We have 6. I'm going to go down to 4. We're actually going to go back and then spend 1 more because we now have the hieroglyphs. And if you remember, the obelisk has the hieroglyphs. So the hieroglyphs, the stone tablet, lets us do 2 numbers higher. I know I'm way too excited about this, and maybe it's just going to cause me to lose the game, but I'm hoping that those of you that are watching actually still find interest in this. This is 34, so now we get to grab card 36. I mean, this is what I just love. I know I've said it 30 times. Crook and Flail. It's a treasure. You may reroll your die in combat. Ooh, it's a weapon. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right, because we had to discard 2 water. And I have, oh gosh, 6, 5, 4, 3. I have 3 stamina left. So I'm going to spend all 3 to go 1, 2, 3. We're heading back to camp. I do need another wood. Oh, no, I don't. I was going to use this to make the tomahawk. This treasure, by the way, is not a weapon. So I could have the tomahawk and the treasure. That's the thing. The tomahawk requires a stone and a wood. I need a wood to relight my fire. That's the reason why I'm mentioning the fire thing, or the other wood. But if I do that, I would have to go here, which costs 2 spaces. That's what my issue is. I think there's no other wood between here and the campfire back at home. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Let's grab the other wood. Okay, turn over. Each survivor discards 1 food or 1 meat. Well, we have the meat, so that works. Then we have to spend a water. So we're actually almost out of water again. We gain 8 stamina. And then if you're not at a fire, a monster token spawns. So we're going to spawn the monster down here. So we have 8 stamina. Let's keep going. 1, 2, 3. We get 2 stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I want the beast? It's going to be a battle. 2, 3. Well, actually, I'm going to spend 1 right now and make the tomahawk. So the wood and the stone are going to get handed in. I do have 1 stone left over. And yes, we have a tomahawk now. So do we want to go in and battle? Yeah, 1, 2. So I'm down to 2. And, ooh. I think that one's going to give me some good meat, though. Oh, no, that's the rhinoceros. A rhinoceros in the middle of the desert. Gotta love those. It is pretty far from home, but so are you. Reward 3 meat and 2 pelts. So I'm not going to be able to carry all that. It's a 7 and 10. Oh, yeah, I can. I have beef. All All right, so he's hitting me and I'm hitting him for 2. So that wasn't good. We took a damage, but we can go to that pyramid or that obelisk and heal now. But I just did 2 damage to him. And then he's retreating. Where is it? He's going to there. Okay, I have 2 stamina. I'm going to spend 1 to reveal this tile. Oh, we got more fun stuff to visit. And I'm going to go after him. So let's see what happens. That's a 7 and we hit him. So he's dead. And we're going to get 3 meat and 2 pelts. Here's the 2 pelts and the 3 meat. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 items. But remember, we get to carry 16 because of Beef's ability. So I am using his ability, if that means anything. And we did kill this. All right, and then I have 1 stamina left, so we're gonna move towards camp. Okay, another night without a fire. Spend a water. I'm gonna do that. We're down to 2 water. And unfortunately, folks, I feel like I have to run all the way back and get more water again. And I know it's not helping to end this game, but... So up to 7, and then we're gonna roll a die. I rolled a 5. So it's saying all the stone gets replenished. So I think it's just 1 on the board. And then every survivor not near a fire draws a threat card. Spawn 1 monster in our space. So we got another snake. 76. Didn't we just fight a snake? Oh, that's still on the board, actually. 2 snakes, huh? In a desert. Who would imagine that? A viper. No. Obviously, he's going to make us sick. And he will, because he rolled an 11. We rolled a 9. We get to add +1 because of the tomahawk. So we actually kill this thing. We get a meat and a poison. I think I would have rather not gotten hit and not hurt him. And just let everybody be. But no, he had to push it. All right, so we got a poison. And then he does a sickness to us instead of... so we actually have 2 damage on our character. Not good. So we're at 7 stamina. I'm going to spend 1 to get rid of these 2 pelt. And we're going to make the leather armor, which is 90. I'm going to grab that card. Then we get another project card, which is the pickaxe. And I'm missing another project card. I'm supposed to have 4. So the torch is the last one. All right, so then I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 to get there. We're down to 3 stamina, and I'm going to spend 1 stamina to put this wood on the fire. So we're going to restart the fire. I'm down to 2 stamina, and I can't heal my other damage or the sickness unless I'm on landmark 34, which is all the way over there. So maybe this isn't bad. I can go get the water and then go to landmark 34 and heal myself, and then we can go after these binoculars again. I think I'm going to have to do something like that. But I'm going to spend my last 2 actions, in fact, and go to 0, and we're going to make 2 meat, or turn the 2 meat into food. So we at least have food and water right now. We have this poison, but I would rather have the cure. Yeah, I'd rather have the ability to remove sickness, but we don't have that. Okay, so enough of that rambling. Let's do another night. Each survivor discards 1 water. So I can do that. And then hunger. Each survivor spends a food. Done that. And then we gain 8 stamina. And if you're not at a fire, you draw a threat card. So we at least survive that. Okay, so it's back to us. We have 8 stamina and 2 damage types. I'm gonna go 1, 2. Let's flip this one over. See, and then there's the red foot. So let me zoom in closer so you can see. See that little red foot there? This little red foot right here? I'm looking for that, but it's gonna be a binocular instead. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm down to 6 stamina. So I'm gonna go 1 and then 2. And we just revealed a wood. And what's the easiest way to get to that water? I'm gonna go through the wood, so I have 4. I'm gonna spend all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just pick this up along the way. And we get 2 wood, so that's something. And we're done. So another nighttime. So we get, each survivor either spends a food or suffers a damage. Oh, sorry about that. So we just spent our last food. We gain only 7 stamina. And move each monster token 2 spaces towards us. So there's 2 and 2. Then spawn a monster token in a space adjacent to the tribe leader. So another monster here. Now you might be thinking, hey, we've seen these before. We have. We've gone through this deck in the last scenario twice. And in this scenario, we've just gone through the entire deck once. There's only 6 cards. So it's being reshuffled and we're gonna see the same things again. I'm at 7 stamina, it's my turn. I'm gonna roll, or I'm sorry, I'm gonna move 2. 1, 2, and remember I get to pick up 3 water because of my ability, and I'm gonna do exactly that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Holy cow, I have 3 more meat. I could have cooked, oh, I'm so sorry. 12. I'll do 1 more action and get 3 more water. All right, so I have 4. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna end our turn on that monolith. And my whole logic there is we're gonna heal. I know I just moved myself closer to the monsters, I get that, but we're gonna heal our physical damage next turn. Each survivor spends a food or suffers a hunger damage. I have to suffer the hunger damage, unfortunately. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we're just enough. We only gain 7 stamina, that stinks. This is exactly the last one we had. So every monster is gonna move 2 towards us and we spawn another. So I'll spawn 1 here and we're actually gonna be fighting both of these monsters. So let's do the snake first. And then this one's gonna move 2. So the snake we already experienced once, it's the viper. And we might lose the game here. He got a 7, so we got lucky. The 12, of course, kills the viper. And the viper drops a meat and a poison. So the meat might be interesting, but I don't think I can carry either at the moment. So they're both going to just get dropped. Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep. Now I could take, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drop the poison and get the meat. because I think the meat's more helpful. But there's these cards here. You can see here that poison allows you to add +1 to your gray die, which is your attack. I'm not as interested in having that, so I'm going to just leave the poison behind. But unfortunately, even though we killed something, I still have one more. Oh, it's Indiana Jones. So, we've seen him before. Dr. Jones. You no cheat, Dr. Jones. All right. So he's got the skull keyword. At the start of combat, you may discard 1 treasure to defeat this enemy and resolve exploration card 56. Here's the thing. I have exploration card 56. So I'm not going to get rid of a treasure to get it. So it doesn't do me any good. So I'm going to go ahead and do the battle and hope he doesn't hit me. And he didn't hit me, and we did hit him because the tomahawk adds +1. So we actually did 1 damage to him, but that's okay. We don't care as long as he didn't hit us. And so he's gonna retreat to that spot right there. Okay, so it's our turn with 7 stamina. I'm gonna spend 1 to use this Pharaoh's Blessing. And that just means we get to heal 1 per day. And we are gonna heal our physical damage. Then I have 6 stamina left, and I'm blowing through all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to get home. All right, so next card. Discard 2 water. Done. Turn one of your damage into a physical damage. So I'm going to turn the sickness into a physical damage. And this is interesting because we can heal that, but we got to go back to that bloody landmark to do it. We only get 6 stamina. And then every monster moves 3 spaces towards us. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, we're going to counter that one. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. So we got a new one we're going to counter. It's the trusty little lioness who reamed the crap out of us last time. I think we're going back to the landmark, folks. I rolled an 11 for her and a 1 for me. Talk about crap. Okay, so the lioness just damaged us. We now have 2 physical damage and 1 hunger. And it moves to here. So it's my turn, and I'm going to move to the campfire. I have 4 stamina, and I'm going to spend all 4 to convert all of our meat to food. I think that was the priority. We have 2 physical damage, and I know I need to go east. I get it. But the only way I can heal myself is to go west. So I think I'm going to go back to that landmark again. And my apologies, folks, but I just feel like that's my only choice to stay alive. That gets rid of 2 out of my 4 damage. All right, so let's go to nighttime. Each survivor discards 1 water. Done. Spend a food or suffer a damage. That would have killed us. So done. 8 stamina. Then each survivor not at a fire draws a threat card. So we're at a fire. We're good there. Okay, we're at 8 stamina. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there any way I can get there? There isn't. So we just spent 8 stamina and didn't quite make it there. So we're going to suffer a sickness or spend a food and water. I will spend a food and water. The sickness is not easy to deal with. We only gained 7 stamina because we weren't by the fire. Every fire burns out again. And monsters move 2 spaces, and we're going to get another battle, which could kill us. I meant to. No, I didn't. 2, 2, and then this thing could kill us. It's an 85, whatever that is. Oh, it's the Feral Man again. All right. So we rolled a 12 for him and a 5 for us. This would mean death for us, but we're going to discard this and actually survive it. So Feral Man is now the annoying guy, and he is moving actually onto the very spot we need to go to. How bloody awful is that? Okay, so it's our turn. I'm going to spend 1 stamina to eat a food, and that's going to heal our hunger so we can absorb whatever damage this guy's going to do, because we need to go there and heal, but we have to resolve this combat first, and I rolled an 8 for him, and so he hits me. I actually have 3 physical damage, but he does move away to here, and I'm going to spend another stamina. We're down to 5 and heal 1 of the 3 physical damage I have. But I can only do this once per day, so I'm done. So I'm going to stop. And we have to spend a water. Done. Then we're going to gain 7 stamina. I'm actually at the full 12 at the moment. And then we roll a die because time passes. And I would replenish any stone. I don't see any stone. And then we draw a threat card. So I'm in this vicious loop where I'm trying to stay alive, and of course I can't progress the game. Move to the nearest monster token. If there are no monster tokens on the map, spawn 1 in your space. Alright, so the good news is there's one right next to us. It's the Feral Man. The problem is he can hurt us. And that's going to delay us even... Oh, so sorry, I hit my camera. It's going to delay us even more. Feral Man hits us on a 7. Alright, I didn't hit him, but he didn't hit me, and I'm okay with that. Alright, our turn. I'm going to spend 1 stamina to go here. Or no, I'm sorry, that's 2 stamina to go there. And we're going to heal our physical health for 1 more. So I'm at 9. Okay. Then I'm going to keep going. 8, 7, 6. And I'm going to get 3 water for doing that because of my abilities. 2 of them are going to go here, and then 1 off there. And then 5, 4, 3, 2. And end my turn with 2. Okay? So here we go. Each survivor discards 1 food or 1 meat. We're down to no food now. Each survivor spends a water. Done. Each survivor gains 8 stamina. That puts us up to 10. Each survivor not at a fire must spawn a monster next to their space. And I will do that. Okay. We are at a new turn. I'm going to spend 1 action, and I'm fully healed. We're back to full health. That was insanity, but we're at full health. We have no food left, but we have decent water. There is a beast token here, but it's next to that lioness, and that lioness tears us apart. Just don't like the lioness at all. We have to get very far in that direction. I am tempted that, you know, there's many ways to go. One way is through all these monsters. And it said to spawn 1 next to us, and I'm actually going to spawn it there. And the reason is I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 again, and get 3 more water. And then I'm going to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to, I actually have 9. So, 9. We're going to avoid that lioness as much as we can. And I'm shuffling the nighttime cards. Each survivor suffers a sickness or spends a food and water. So we just got sick. And we gain 7 stamina. The fire burns out. It's already burned out. And move each monster 2 spaces. That's what I was worried about. But we're fine. There's the monster train going on here. And the monster train wasn't able to get us. So I can go to the campfire, but I have no meat to cook. I see no value in going to the campfire. I do see value in going here because we have some decoder rings that I think might help us. But we're going to keep going. I'm at 7. So 6, 5, 4. And I'm going to spend 1 action to reveal this. So we got the pyramid going on here. And that beast might get us some. So 3, 2 gets us to here. And I am going to explore the pyramid, which is 24. And you might be thinking, oh, don't do that. That gives you the ability to read hieroglyphs, I think, doesn't it? Because you have to roll a 10 or a 12. It gives you the skull code book. However, the pyramids has all kinds of cool stuff. It has hieroglyph keyword on it. And it has the white skull keyword on it. So which one do we want to do first? I say let's do the hieroglyphs. So we're going to do 2 card higher. So we're going to draw card 26. Okay, grabbing card 26. We just got the golden necklace. It's a treasure with no effect, but we can possibly give it to somebody. And then I'm going to spend my last one to stay in the pyramid, and we're going to draw the white skull one now, which is 3 card numbers higher, so I have to draw card 27. And 27, ooh, it's an upgrade. It's a base camp. During night, all survivors at landmark 24, where is 24? Oh, right where I'm at. Count as being at a fire. Yeah! Each of those survivors that spends water during night may roll a die, and on a 7 to 12, that survivor gains a clean water. Very awesome. Okay, so we actually have another upgrade, and we have a base camp. See, now isn't this game getting cool? So I have a base camp, and it's nighttime, and I'm considered to be next to a fire. So each survivor discards 2 water. That part wasn't fun. Each survivor turns one of their things into a physical. So I'm going to turn the sickness into a physical. Each survivor gains 6 stamina. That's not an awful lot. Move each monster token 3 spaces if you're not at a fire. We are at a fire! Okay, well, that was awesome. We have 6 stamina. So I'm going to drop it to 5 now, and let's explore this. All right, so we got some cool things going on here. We have a food source, a water, or I'm sorry, a wood, I meant to say. And I'm going to go ahead and go here. And, no, I mean here. I want to get that food source. So yes, we got a food. That's what I was looking for. So that was 1. So I'm at 4 total stamina right now. I don't need the wood. But I am going to go here for 2. So I have 2 left. I'll spend 1 to explore this. And we get another one of these. Then I'm going to spend 1 more to explore that landmark. Because somebody made a good point that you can roam in the direction you want with this. So, see, this has a gem on it. Isn't that interesting? So if we would have had the gem decoder ring, We don't have to resolve the mirage. It's for the water. Your mind seems to drift and blow like sand in the wind. So see that gem? There's something else here, folks. I just don't have the right decoder ring for it. Okay, so we resolve card 32. No matter how hard you try, you cannot catch the mirage. So we get to move 3 spaces, which that was why we did this. Moving 3 spaces is cool. So I'm going to move here. I don't get to pick up the resource, by the way. If you move for any reason, you don't get to do a gather. You only get to do the gather if you do a move and gather action. And that's a specific deliberate action. Okay, each survivor discards 1 food or 1 meat. That stinks because we just got the food. And we have to spend a water or gain a thirst. We get 8 stamina. And if you're not at a fire, spawn a monster adjacent. So another monster is going to spawn right there. Okay, our action, we're gonna spend 1 to get this food. Yes, it's a food. Then we're gonna spend 2. Then we're gonna spend 1 more. There it is, there's the binoculars. Had a 4. So let's read our quest again. If in the space with the binoculars, okay? So I'm gonna spend 2 more to get to that space. And I was so excited about it, I didn't even bother putting my stuff on. Okay, so then I have to spend an action, or a stamina, to resolve card 51. So I'm assuming I keep this card. So let's go see what 51 does. Camel. Following the instructions in the journal, you find an ancient structure occupied by a half-tamed camel. You'll need food and water for the journey, as well as a way to decipher the old map drawn in the walls. If in the space with the binocular icon, place any amount of your food and water on this card. When there is 1 food and 2 water on this card, resolve exploration 52. All right, well, I have 1 stamina left, so I'm going to go to 0 and put my 1 food and my 2 water on it, because there's only 1 player game. And we get to go to card 52. Prepared caravan. The camel is carrying enough food and water for a few days. It's time to set up, but where? Discard 51 and all the resources on it. All right. Done. Done. And done. 1 stamina. If all survivors are in the space with this icon, resolve exploration card 53. All right, well, I'm out of stamina, so we gotta go through another night. Spend a water or suffer damage. I got the water. We get 7 stamina. Time passes, so we're gonna roll this die. I rolled a 3. So all the beasts replenish. I think there's a few that need to replenish. Yep, here's 1. I think that's all of them for now. And then each survivor not at a fire card draws a threat. At the start of the next night, discard, and each survivor not at a landmark suffers 1 physical damage. Whew. Okay. Well, I'm going to spend 1 and see if we win this game, because we're here. So it says number 53. So I'm going to go to 53. The best map you have been able to find is a dense collection of hieroglyphs. Notice the gem. Who knows how old? You have no idea which way to go. No effect. Perhaps you can find a way to decipher the map. We need the gem, the decoder ring. So we got to figure out how to get that gem decoder ring. We got it before in scenario 1. I just don't remember what I did. All right, so we have to get to a landmark, or otherwise we suffer some serious damage. There's a landmark here. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then spend 1 to explore it and get the mirage again. And it says I can move 3 spaces. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3. That mirage has been pretty awesome. Thank you to whoever posted that. And then I'm gonna spend my last 1 and let's explore item 20 here. And then I can avoid, I'm not gonna get the death from above. So we mitigated that. So let's go to card 20. And it's a gigantic statue. So at the remains of this statue, nearby head, and an inscription written in hieroglyphs. So we can roll the die to get 21 or 23. I don't think we've ever gotten 21 or 23. But I'm going to do the hieroglyphs, which means we get to add 2 to this card. So that was 20. So let's find 22. Spyglass. Choose up to 3 tokens within 3 spaces of you and look at their faces. It's okay. All right, so we got that. I'm out, so we have to do this again. We discard a water. That's actually our last water. Then we're going to take a food damage because we have no food. We get 8 stamina. And if we're not at a fire, we draw a threat card. We might lose this scenario. Move the monster token nearest a water source to that water source. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Indiana Jones moved to the water source. Okay, we're back to us. I'm gonna spend 1, and we're gonna resolve this gigantic statue again. On a 1 to 6, resolve expiration card 21, or 23 if I roll a 7 to 12. I rolled a 7, so let's go to card 23. You study inscription on statue's base intently. You feel as if you're on the cusp of deciphering it. If you have 1 or more treasure items, you may resolve expiration card 3. We do have 1 or more treasure items. The problem is I think we already did 3. Yeah, that's just the ability to read hieroglyphs. So that did us no good at all. Well, that stunk. We did all that for nothing. Okay, so what do? We have 7 stamina left. I need food, I need water. I have neither. And we need a way to, we need the gem card. The gem decoder ring thing. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives me 3 stamina left. And then I'm gonna do the get lost thing again and go 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna reveal this one. It does reveal a food token for us. I'm down to 2. And I'll spend this to go down to 1. And we got another food token. And I'll go ahead and start moving towards that food. And we're done at 0 stamina again. Spend a food or suffer a hunger. We are now 1 away from dying. And we go up to 7. Move each monster 2 spaces. So 1, 2. And there's a whole bunch of them really far away. And then spawn 1 monster in a space adjacent to me. So I actually have to reshuffle the monsters we've already killed, because we have all of them on the map here. And we're at 7 stamina. So I'm going to spend 2 to get to this food token. Oh crap, it's that 28 thing again. I'm not even drawing it. That's the reed thing. And then I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3. Unless I can eat that reed, it doesn't do me any good. There we go, we got a food. And then I'm going to spend 1 of those food to remove one of our hunger conditions. So food's already gone. And I only have 1 left. So I know my camera's not in the best spot here, but I'm going to move here and we have to camp for the night again. Okay, so we're so close. We spend a food or suffer a food hunger damage. So we just went right back to where we were. We get 7 stamina. Move each monster 2 spaces. Oh, it's the exact same card we just had. So everybody's moving 2 spaces. And then we spawn yet another monster. Okay, spending 1 stamina to reveal this cave. And then I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to get in there. And then I'm down to 2, by the way. I'm going to spend 1 of those 2 to explore card 4. This, by the way, is where we got our ability. Darkness within the cave is blessed relief from the heat. One of the walls is carved with hieroglyphs. So we can do card 5, or with the hieroglyphs, we can go to card 7. I think I want to do card 5. I know that sounds crazy, but that's how we got our ability to read this thing. I'm sorry, it would be card 6 if we didn't do this. We have enough stamina, we can do both. So let's do card 5 for now. So card 5 is, see that's the gem thing. That's what we've been needing. See, when you would resolve a card that has the gem icon, you may instead resolve 1 higher. Everywhere we've been has had this gem icon on it. So that's really cool. Problem is we're dying. All right, and then I'm gonna spend my last stamina. We're gonna go back and do the hieroglyphs thing. And so here is card number 6, which is we get to heal a damage, which is good because we actually have 1 physical damage. So that is handy, albeit it's another stamina we have to spend. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Holy cow, I'm carrying 12 items. This gem thing was everywhere. Like the pyramid that we were all the way over here needed the gem. I remember that obelisk needing the gem, and of course our map needs the gem. So right here, see how this has the gem? And I think what you have to do is you're doing the upgraded caravan, and it says resolve card 53, and that's card 53. So once we get back to the binoculars, we can try this one more time and apply the gem to it. I'm just concerned we're gonna die. Each survivor discards a food or a meat. That's not a problem, but right here's where we die. Spend a water or suffer a damage. I have neither. No water of any kind. So let's say I would have gotten this first and then used my last stamina to heal myself. Let's just say I did that because I don't want to restart this scenario. And so that means I don't have this gem thing yet. So I'm going to use this and save us so we can continue this. And if you don't like it, tough. But this is a solo game, and this is all about playing it out. And if I would have just done my actions just 1 bit different, we'd still be alive, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to spend 8 stamina. I don't want to spend another, this was an hour and 10 minutes. I don't want to spend an hour and 10 minutes to get here. Each survivor not at a fire spawns a monster adjacent to them. So another monster is going to spawn. I will spawn it way over here. And all right, so we're still in that space with 8 stamina, and I do have to spend 1 to get this mysterious gem, because we wouldn't, had we done things differently, that's where we would have been at. So now I gotta get out of dodge, and I can attack these beasts to try to get food, but I don't like that idea. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get this food item. See, and we get a food. So that's 6 of my 7. And then for my last one, hold on. Yeah, my last action puts me there. I was trying to think, could I have just gone to the binoculars and just won the game? But I don't think I could have. So we gotta hope that this one doesn't need water. And there it is. Spend a water or take it water damage. We just lost. Nothing I can do now. So, game over. Had we, you know, we would have rolled a die to cause the stones would have replenished, which stinks. We really needed the food to replenish. But yeah, we just lost the game. And then each survivor would have had to draw a threat card. So we were that close. We were 1 space away from being able to do that action. And instead of resolving card 53, since we have the gem, it says 1 card number higher, so we'd have been able to draw card number, see, since this has a gem on it, we'd have been able to draw card number 54. So that is how close we were to being done. And it's very interesting. I just read the card, so I am not going to spoil it for you. Well, you know what? This is the part I dilemma over. If this game's unique and you don't have the components I have, you may never have card 54. So I'm going to, if we redo this scenario, which I'm not going to do, I'm moving on to the next one for my video series. So this is the card that we're 1 space away from being able to get. All survivors win the game. So that was it. For all intents and purposes, we were there, but yeah, we fell short. 1 step away from winning. So I'm not going to redo this. We're going to just move on to the next scenario. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me spoil you. And for all intents and purposes, this has an asterisk. I did not win this scenario. And this is tough. So one of the things I'm going to recommend, though, is for me, I need to remember that I get my gem token out of there. I get my hieroglyphs out of the landmark 1. And then landmark 34 gives me something. I can't remember what. I think that's what gives me the stone tablet or the skull codebook. Anyways, it's a convoluted series of things that let you get your decoder rings, but there it is. I won the game. Well, no, I didn't, but you know what I mean. I would have won the game, and so that's scenario 2. And see, scenario 1 and 2, this is it for the desert tiles. Somebody asked, am I doing all 5? Let me just clear it up. Scenario 5 is a pure PvP. It's player versus player. It's like, I don't even know what it's like, but it reminds me of the Hunger Games in terms of how it plays. It's a completely different thing. It's not a survival scenario at all. It's players killing each other kind of thing. I'm not doing that one. And you need multiple players. It's also one you can't solo. So the desert tiles are done. We've actually uncovered everything we're going to uncover in the desert tiles. So the decoder rings, everything that we did, this was the scenario where you were supposed to discover all of that, or otherwise you're not going to. Apparently we, used the gem and we found the map, and and well, we died, but assuming we would have won, we moved on. And so now we're going to be going to the bayou and doing a swamp scenario. So I'm a little excited about it. It also has advanced projects and a threat deck. So put it down a little bit. I mean, obviously all the tiles are different. And then advanced project deck, and then a new threat deck. So we are going to get some differences, and we use a whole new set of exploration. So anyways, long story short, it's a very different game. So scenarios 3 and 4 are going to be using these new tiles, and 1 and 2 are done. I will confess to you, I love the decoder ring part of these desert tiles, but I did not enjoy these desert tiles. I am ready for something else. And the bayou is going to have plenty of water, I hope, but it's probably going to be unclean water, I'm guessing. But that's fine. I am going to be grateful to finally have some water. Thank you all for watching. Hope you're enjoying this, and stay awesome.